Good Friday morning to you, everybody. It is Friday, April 18th. It is Good Friday. It is the day we killed Jesus, as Candace reminded me this morning. Um, Beautiful morning. Cooler out there this morning. It'll be a good day. Won't be as pretty a day as Easter will be. Think about that. Think about your lifetime, how many days Easter was a pretty day. Now, the weather wasn't always perfect. I remember, if you want to know the truth, in my part of Texas, the biggest snowflakes I've ever seen in my part of the world was on an Easter Sunday several years back. But, you know, it's amazing to me that there are people that don't look around them this time of year and don't see the presence of God. And that's something I didn't often pay attention to. It's just like this morning. I was running around trying to get the morning rolling, getting everybody going, and had some things I had to get kind of scheduled and lined up. And Candace come walking by me and she hugged me and she said, "Today's the day Jesus died." And I stopped for just a second. I thought, there's still people in this world, thank God, that take the time to think about things like that. They're not so wrapped up in making a living and wrapped up in trying to keep our nice things paid for, or wrapped up in paying for our trips, or wrapped up in trying to pay for goofy stuff, wrapped up in trying to just eat this day and age. It's wonderful to me that there are people that still can slow down and smell the roses. And I hope to learn more about how to do that. I hope that you learn more about how to do that. Let's get into the Jesus calling this morning on a Good Friday. I bet it's something good. For April 18th, peace is my continual gift to you, even though peace was the last thing we gave him. It flows abundantly from my throne of grace, just as the Israelites could not store up manna for the future, but had to gather it daily, so it is with my peace. The day-by-day collecting of manna kept my people aware of their dependence on me. Similarly, I give you sufficient peace for the present when you come to me by prayer and petition with thanksgiving. If I gave you permanent peace, independent of my presence, you might fall into the trap of self-sufficiency. May that never be. I have designed you to need me moment by moment. As your awareness of your neediness increases, so does your realization of my abundant sufficiency. I can meet every one of your needs without draining my resources at all. Approach my throne of grace with bold confidence, receiving my peace with a thankful heart. Isn't that something? That we've always been able to depend on him. And when he needed us the most, he couldn't depend on us. Yet, we are forgiven. That's the utmost act of selflessness. And I've said it 100 times. If he can change and bring peace to a life like mine, a little bit of hope, a little bit of happiness, if he can do all those things, imagine what he can do with a life that like most of you live, that hasn't been so out loud and so boisterous and so full of crap and so full of mischief. I invite you to have just a little taste of what he's given me, because your blessings will just go crazy. It's unreal. And I won't fib to you. There are days when you look around you and you wonder, well, where's my blessings? Well, quite honestly, you probably let your ice cream melt while you're checking out somebody else's sprinkles. So Don't get so caught up in worrying about yourself that you forget to notice your blessings. And don't forget today to remember that today's the day, all those years ago, God and Jesus, God gave you his son. Jesus gave you his life. Ain't nobody but Jesus and the American soldier ever did that for me. The scripture it gives is Exodus 16, 15 through 16, Philippians 4, 6 through 7, 19, Hebrews 4, 16. Guys, it's just like it says right here about your peace. Your joy is going to come in the morning. You're going to get just enough peace to sufficiently get through your day, according to what he said right there. Put some happiness, some kindness, some love, forgiveness, gratitude with it. Don't set it down for nobody. You keep it for yourself, and you keep it for your loved ones, and you keep it for God. He gave it to you because he wanted you to have it. I wish you all a wonderful Easter weekend. I hope you remember the reason for the season. By all means, let them babies hunt them eggs. If you got anything against a baby celebrating Jesus rising, you got something wrong with you, okay? Nothing wrong with celebrating an Easter bunny. Nothing wrong with a kid knowing something exciting is happening, even if they're too young to understand that Jesus rose. There's plenty of time in their life for them to learn more about it, and they can hear that story anytime. I can't tell you how young I was the first time I heard it. By all means, let the children enjoy it. By all means, you remember the reason we celebrate, the reason for this season. And remember, through all of it, you may be the only Bible a person ever reads, so act accordingly. We'll see y'all tomorrow.